Welcome to Educator.com. In today's lesson, we're going to actually be going over what is necessary to go live. And some basic steps that we have here is just learning how to upload files with the FTP server, which stands for File Transfer Protocol, and learning what changes need to be made to the administration files before you go live. I kind of spoke a little bit about this before in previous ones. We're going to finish up and just kind of go back over it again as a refresher. Okay, so what needs to be done is we're going to go through the website here that I already pulled up some links on some source that you can get some FTP, and I'm going to go over some software and as well as go over what you can use and if you're using a Windows platform. There's a built-in FTP that you can actually use. It's just as easy. Without having to buy any software or downloading any software. So here is a site here for WS_FTP. It's a program that you can use. You use them, like, especially if you have a Mac, you're going to use it for a program like this to go through. Now I pulled up this here as a source. If you go through it, it will go to the actual link. It'll actually break down what FTP is, more specifically what it's going to do. I actually went ahead and found another source here that you can go through, FileZilla. Just Google it. It will tell you that it's a free download. And I'm going to pull up some screenshots because most FTPs are kind of similar. They're not that much different. So I'm going to pull up some screenshots here to kind of go over what an FTP actually looks like as far as program. And then we'll go into the Windows side of it. So here is just something similar here, that when the program opens up in FileZilla, you're going to basically, this is like where your files are living on your system. So like where you have your HT docs, if you have set up MAMP, or if you're in Windows, it'll be in a different folder directory. You are basically going to upload all those files to a server that you have. And we talked about before having, GearHost or whatever these other servers that you have, or if you have your own, that would actually be even easier if you upload it to your own server, live server. But if you have something some hosts are using, again, like GearHost or GoDaddy.com, whatever, you're going to connect to it, and you're going to have that information. You don't really want to give that information out to anybody, so that's why I'm not going to really put one in, because I can't use the dummy server to actually do that. But here's some screenshots of what it does look like and how files transfer over. So initially, you're going to go in to the site manager, and here's where you're going to input your stuff here. Your login type, if it's just a normal one. You're going to put in your username that you set up with whatever server provider you go with, and then the password, and then any other account information that you might have. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to have to connect to it first. Then you kind of like drag and or select all the files that you want, and basically you're going to hit a button along the lines of like transferring. So let's see here. That's not it here. We're going to go, let's pull up some screenshots to be easier to show. I think it's right here. Now it's language settings. Site manager, connect. Yeah, there we go. So here, you'll be able to go in and select it. This is actually the screenshot of the Mac version. Same software, just Mac version. But basically, you're going to go through it, and you're going to go ahead and transfer. These hotkeys are here are going to be some of the transfer keys to go ahead and send it. It's going to do its thing. It's going to take, depending on how big your site is, it's going to go for it. Make sure you only have your actual website files in there. Don't put like I tend to keep all my files together, like my Photoshop files, my Illustrator files that I might be using. You definitely don't want to keep those in there, because those can be a lot of memory. And it's going to take that much longer to get through. Most of your files that you use, PHP files or HTML files and CSS files, are very small. The only large thing you're going to be uploading is images, depending on how many you actually have. But relatively, it should actually load pretty quick. Just keep those big files out of there. Again, when you select everything and it's going to transfer over, you're going to get this percentage bar here. Once it's complete, it's going to give you a little message up here. It's complete. then you'll be able to go into your, if you have a domain name or however you connect to your server, you'll be able to actually go there and connect to it. And your website should be uploaded fairly quickly. So pretty simple. The other thing here is, let me back out of this real quick, is that, again, this is a free FTP. You can definitely pay for some of them, but it's up to you if you want. They have, again, anytime you pay for something, a little bit more bells and whistles, a little bit more usability that it can connect to with a lot of different things. But I've never really paid for one. I just actually use the free ones or use Windows, which we'll go to next. So